Let's talk about mouthing, guys. Oh my goodness, is it driving you crazy? Do you have a puppy with shark teeth? Do you have young kids that are now petrified of your beautiful new puppy because of these shark teeth? Well, today I'm going to explain to you the reasons why puppies mouth, why they chew everything, why they use their mouths to explore the world, and what we can do to help. I know this is one of the most frustrating things about having a puppy, because they are so gorgeous, but as I said, those teeth are just so sharp. So I want you to know first off the bat that this is totally normal behavior. Mouthing, chewing, this is how puppies explore the world. They are a different species to us. They don't use their fingers like we do, they use their mouths. They also play with their mouths. If you watch two dogs interacting with each other when they're having a good time, they're going to be mouthing, using their mouths. But what we need to do is we need to teach them that this is not how we play with people. When we play with people, we're going to use different toys and different things like that to interact so that we don't get puppy shark teeth all over us. Okay, so why do puppies mouth? As I said, number one is exploring the world. So what you want to do for that one is you want to help to set your puppy up for success. So clean up, puppy proof your place. Make sure what you don't want your puppy to chew isn't left lying around. They don't know the difference between your shoe and their toy. So we need to help them to get life right when they first come home to us. Puppies don't chew our things or bite on us to be mean or naughty. They don't know that it is the wrong behavior. They do what works and they do what feels good for them. So that's how puppies learn. So we need to make sure that we are helping them to get things right and that we are rewarding them when they get things right as well, okay? And that we do give them lots of things that feel good for their teeth and for their mouths. Because number two of the reasons why puppies like to chew and mouth lots is teething. Puppies from about 12 to 16 weeks will start teething, and you'll notice the difference in the way they mouth when they're teething, because they're really gnawing on something quite hard. So when you see your puppy chewing on your furniture or really going for something that they shouldn't, I want you to think to yourself, they're not doing it to be naughty. They're doing it because they have a need that needs to be met. And that is sore gums, sore teeth. Their new teeth are coming through. So give them things that they can chew on. So in the heat of the moment, look at that puppy and think, oh, take a big deep breath and think, what can I give my puppy instead? Go to your freezer, go to your treat cupboard, go to the toy stash, grab some things that they can chew on. There is Scout chewing on one of my demonstration toys right now. So this is a good one for puppy teething as well. This is just a toy, it's quite hard. So when they are teething, you can just grab a toy for them. You can grab them a cucumber, a carrot, you can get some ice cubes, something nice, cold and hard that's gonna feel good for them. Okay, so why else do puppies mouth? They mouth to play. Oh, they were mouthing and playing 1 second ago. So we want to make sure that we have plenty of things that we can use to play with our puppies instead of getting our bodies and our skin bitten, right? So when you have time to play with your puppy or your children have time to play with your puppy, I recommend long toys for kids to play with. I find that using a long toy like that for children is less likely for them to get their little fingers bitten. And puppies love to play with these things. Okay, so lots of long toys. Another example of a good long toy as well is an old pair of stockings with some knots. Makes for a really good long tug toy for your puppy and kids to play with, because when you play with it, it stretches really long, which means that the kids are less likely to get their little fingers bitten off. Okay, so the longer the toys, the better for the kids when they're playing with puppies. This is going to avoid getting mouthed, right? The other thing we want to do with puppies when we're playing with them is we want to just watch and see how they're going. If it's really nice play, great. But at the moment the play, especially with children, starts to escalate, we want to consider separating them. We want to keep everybody safe. We've got to remember that every single moment that our puppies are awake is a learning opportunity for them. And if your kids are going wild and your puppy is just out of control, it's probably too much. And you might see more mouthing as things start to escalate and the excitement in the house grows. And that can just be that the puppy's starting to get overwhelmed. So the next reason why puppies mouth is when they are overtired, when they're done, when they've had enough. And puppies need 18 to 20 hours of sleep a day. That is a lot. Just like children, when they're overtired, they get wired. And when they're wired, they bite more. Okay? Another reason why you need to make sure that your children do not wake up a sleeping puppy, because sleep is important to make our puppies happier and calmer when they're awake. Have an allocated safe place for your puppy to sleep and rest. Little Zen Den, a safe place. Don't see it as a punishment. See it as a timeout to help give your puppy what it needs, sleep, right? So when you pop your puppy in its little safe place, give it a little treat, give it a licky mat, something small just to unwind and just to relax after it's been playing and playing and playing, and it gives it an opportunity to get the sleep that it's looking for. That's often the one that families misread. They think, oh my God, my puppy's mouthing, it's jumping, it wants to play more, when actually what it needs is sleep. And the more you play with an overtired puppy, the more and more wired it's gonna get. So really consider, why is my puppy mouthing and how can I meet that need? Another reason why our puppy might be mouthing is because we might be accidentally reinforcing that behavior. And I find that children do this all the time accidentally because they get scared of puppies. So when they're scared of their puppy, they're gonna start to run and scream, "Ah!" And puppies think that is the best game in the world. Even saying no, 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 and putting your puppy down is giving your puppy the attention that they're looking for. So what I like to do is, excuse my boys, they're having a good old wrestle together. Go on, you take the toy. So what I like to do is I like to sort of have two rules. The moment you feel those teeth on your skin, move your hands away. If that doesn't work, then we're going to stand up like a tree. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so we're going to stand like this, hold our hands like this, and stare at our feet. So we plant our feet down. The moment you start going like this, it turns into a game for the puppy, and they might start going for your toes even more. So teach your children, hands like this, stare down at the ground. What this is doing, it's making us really, really, really boring, right? Puppies don't want to play with kids that are really boring or adults that are really boring. So if you can make yourself really boring, puppy's going to leave you alone. But this is signal for parents to step in and help in that moment. So when you see your child stand like this, instruct them to call for help once. So they're to say mom or dad, whoever is closest. And in that moment, you're going to call the puppy away. Come on, puppy! Call it away. Give it something else to do, right? Your puppy is playful in that moment. They're looking for something to do, and they're using your child, right? If you have time in that moment, play with your puppy appropriately. Play a game, get a toy, do some training. If you don't have time in that moment, give your puppy something that they can do on their own. Give them a frozen Kong, a licky mat, something like that. I always make sure that I have something stashed in the freezer, and if not, cut up a carrot. Something really, really simple like that as well. But you've got to think, all behavior happens for a reason. Your puppy is mouthing because it is normal behavior. We just need to teach our puppies what is appropriate in our human world. We need to teach them how to play and interact with people because it is different to how they interact with dogs. And we need to make sure that we give them things to fulfill these needs. So think, is my puppy really bored because I've done nothing all day? Or is my puppy exhausted and wired because he actually hasn't slept for a second today? Or is my puppy teething? Are my kids accidentally running away and teasing, and the puppy thinks all of a sudden mouthing is the best game in the world? So really think about why it's happening, and then once you work out why it's happening, that's how you can then work out how to help. So think about setting up your puppy's environment to get it right, training the children what to do, teaching them to freeze, stand like a tree the moment your puppy's starting to escalate, and that will really help to bring things down. And make sure your puppy is getting plenty of sleep and plenty of things that they can chew on. So plenty of hard toys, soft toys, rope toys, all different things. Have variety, and your puppy will choose what they like and what they need and what helps their gums to feel better. Even ice cubes are really great too. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. But if you've got any questions on mouthing, reach out. It is a stage, it's a phase. You're gonna get through it. Your puppy will get past this point if you stop reinforcing the behavior. So make sure you meet their needs and they will get it, I promise. Good luck.